All right, time for Dilemma of the Day. Today's dilemma says, Rico and Mambo, I've been thinking of divorcing my husband of 6 years. Hold on. Before I go on, get the kids out of the room, all right? Rico, you got to warn me, dog. Come on, man.
Oh, by the way, today's dilemma is one of them.
Get the kids out. Just tell them, jam.
I apologize.
Come on, man.
Normally there is a warning, but
here's your chance to do the warning, man.
All right, well, get the kids out of the room. And remember, whatever we say, we don't give advice. We just have our say in all this.
All right. Dilemma of the day. Rico and Mambo, I've been thinking of divorcing my husband of 6 years. For the most part, he's a good guy, but our sex life sucks. He's way too small and doesn't satisfy me at all. I thought I could overlook this problem when we first got married, but now it's a real problem. Before I met my husband, I dated a guy for about a year, so I know what it's like to have real sex.
Damn.
I'm ready for real sex, but I know my husband can't do it. I love my husband, and before I make my final choice, is there anything he can do to give me real sex? Pills? Operation? Do I cheat to satisfy my needs and stay with him? Please help. Comes from Shorty.
Oh, man.
What happened to marrying for love?
Oh, my gosh. I don't know.
I'll even give you I'll marry you because, you know, I'll be financially fine forever, but marrying for Chile? Come on. I don't get this, dude. What happened?
Well, apparently, okay, here's the thing. You just said right now, what happened to marrying for love? Obviously, that's what happened, is that they married for love. But in the end...
No, he married for love. She married for something else.
But I mean, the thing is that they probably had sex before they got married. So she knew what she was getting into. She said herself, I thought it was a problem that I can overlook.
See, but that's the problem. You can't go into something thinking something is going to get better. You either fix it or don't go through with it. That's the problem. A lot of people think they can change someone else or turn something into something else, and
maybe she was thinking she can go into the gas station, into a liquor store, and buy those pills or something. I don't know. I have no idea, but here she is now.
You know what? If you find, not that I need it, but if you find something that works,
let us all know.
Yeah, let me know. Mambo at Q1047.com. I'm down to try it.
All right, we want to hear from you, okay? Rico and Mambo at Q1047.com or the studio line right now, 877-440-1047. Rico and Mambo morning show inside of Dilemma of the Day. Today's comes from, is it Shorty?
Shorty. Get the kids out of the room too, all right?
This is bad, man. This is a bad dilemma.
What are you, playing like a game show? Before I make my final choice.
And your final choice.
Stuff.
Hey, let's hit up the studio line. By the way, we want to hear from you. Email us.
Hey, hood rats should not get married.
Rico and
I'm
Mambo
not just talking guys or girls, all right?
Or the studio line, 877-440-1047. Hello.
I was calling in regards to the dilemma of the day.
All right, what do you got to say about it?
Well, I really think that you're supposed to get into a marriage because you're in love with the person. But in regards to what she's saying, maybe it's her. Because I know on my behalf, with my husband, there's some times when it ain't all that good. But when it comes to giving me that satisfaction, it's like great, and it's like not what I expected. But I mean, that's how it is for some guys. It just depends on if you're turning him on enough for it to get to that point. I just really think it's probably her.
Do you think she's looking for a long session when he just wants to get it over with?
Probably, yeah. Because guys are and girls are different. Like girls,
take forever,
and then guys, they just want to put it down.
Exactly, guys are just in it to win it, and that's it, you know. And the girls are most like, you know, they want to feel everything. But I mean, you also have to put your man in that position. And if she were to put him in a position where he's heated and he's ready to go, I'm pretty sure she'd be like, oh wow, you know.
See, I want to.
It's about throwing herself on the bed and having him do everything. It's like you're not going to get much out of that.
You know, I want to give this girl the benefit of the doubt on this, but I think what she's looking for is a size. She's not looking for.
Well, you know what? If she's looking for that, it's probably because she probably has something big and she's already holy as it is, you know?
Ándale pues, girl. Thanks for the call.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Wow. You know, don't marry for size, please. I mean, what happened to marrying for love, dog?
Hey, a couple of emails. This one says, I feel real bad for the husband. I don't know what would hurt worse, finding out that your wife is not happy with the marriage or that your sex drive isn't driving properly. If she feels that way, she needs to talk to him and find a solution just like any other problem. Cheating is never an answer and will only make things worse. It sounds like she doesn't seem to care enough. Looks like she needs more help than he does. This email says his problem might not be his equipment. It might just be the viewing material he has to work with. It's like construction. A man can have the best tools on the market, but if the lumber he's given is dry, rotted, molded, or just not good enough, it's just not going to work. Comes from Mike checking in.
So she might be part of the problem?
Yeah, I mean, she might be part of the problem, according to these emails.
I just think it's childish that you're basing your whole relationship on I mean, not only the sex, but the size.
Here's the thing: is that there's other ways to satisfy someone other than just putting it down. You know what I mean? So if he is, you know, too small, then
I'm gonna ask you this twice, Rico.
All right.
Marriage number 1. Did you marry her because of anything sexual?
No, huh?
All right.
I mean, you know.
Marriage number 2. Did you marry her because of anything sexual?
I mean, she was sexy. She's still sexy now.
But I'm pretty sure love had a lot to do with both of them, right?
Definitely, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, without a doubt. But I mean, you know, there's sometimes where people.
I mean, maybe are we too old now? Like, is this a new thing or what? Julia. I'm just calling her because she's the youngest one here. You know what I mean?
And she's a female.
Now, you know, Rico's already like, you know, in his 50s. He's almost
easy guy,
close to car washes. Me, you know, I'm a couple years away from hitting 40. You're like, you know, the youngest one here on the show. You're what, mid-20s?
Yeah.
What happened to looking for love?
I mean,
and not size.
I think if this girl didn't like the size, she shouldn't have gotten married to this guy at all to prevent this problem.
No, you mentioned that. Is this something women take into consideration when they're out shopping?
Biologically, from what I've watched on Discovery Channel, yes, they do.
I mean, but like, okay,
what
let's
do you mean you watched on a Discovery Channel?
Well, like, there's
well,
this
you know,
one
she's never had
special-
sex. Come on, dog.
Yeah, me neither.
There's this one special talking about how.
Okay,
women,
I don't want to hear about specials. I want to hear about
man,
you and your situation. All right, when you've been out, all right. And I don't know how many times you've been with somebody, but the times that you've been out, has that been like, oh damn, this guy's too big, or damn, this guy's way small?
Size matters, yes.
Now, is that going to be a deal breaker if you love the person?
No, not at all.
Well,
But
here
it's a plus.
If he's tiny,
No.
if he's big, damn.
See, you guys are taking it out of. I think what she's trying to say is like, you know, if it's a plus if he satisfies you, right?
Yeah.
Whether he's small or large. See, she
Yeah,
likes
sure.
him large and in charge, fool.
I'm just saying, like, you know, some people go big or go home, dog, you know.
Final say coming up next.
Wow. That's horrible, huh?
It's a bad dilemma, huh? It's a Rico and Mambo morning show inside a Dilemma of the Day, helping out Shorty today. And here's something that, you know what, I just thought of right now. You know, you see all these adult movies and some of the guys that are in there.
No,
that are,
I don't see adult movies. Not everyone's like you, but thanks for admitting it.
Okay, so you see that some guys in there are larger, huge, and I'm just like, how does that happen?
First of all, if I was looking at adult videos, that would be the last thing I would look at, Rico, Jaime Rangel.
Hey, it's just a question. If
I
you've
hope
seen
your
the
mom
adult-
ain't listening.
If you've seen an adult video, you know what I'm talking about.
So Rico just admitted to looking at adult videos,
We've all seen them at one point or another.
and he admitted that he looks at the guy's package before anything. Wow. You're a weird dude, man.
I got an email right here that says this guy is not the problem. This girl is the number one problem. She's in a marriage for the completely wrong reasons. Love is supposed to overcome any problem and overlook any issues. I feel bad for this guy that's in a marriage that seems to be fake. This email coming in says, this girl is just waiting for somebody to give her the green light to go out and cheat. Buy a toy. If not, then give your husband a 6 years of respect to ask him for a divorce. Really?
That's horrible, man.
So maybe the toy is the answer. I mean, if he's that good of a guy.
Shout out to our friend Sky over at Sam Sadikoy. 50% off all male enhancement pills. Thank you for that, bro. You think I'm lying, right? He's got this one. It's called Repower Extreme. No headache. It's a good one right there, man.
No pun intended.
Try me now. Final say, Rico.
My final say is, look, there's just not. There's several ways that he can represent. So maybe I think that you need to talk to him and let him know what you want, what you like. You're gonna have to hold his hand for a while, but that's all good. Don't worry about it. That's your husband right there. So let him know how to rock it, and if at that point he still doesn't satisfy you, and you really want to divorce him for those reasons, do what you got to do. Mambo, your final say.
You know what's sad, man? Out of all the options out there, foreplay, on top, the bullet, the jackrabbit, the sledgehammer, the jackhammer, the pound puppy. Out of all that out there, you want to cheat so you could satisfy your needs on your husband. Do yourself a favor, do him a favor, and get out of this relationship.
Damn.
You know me, Rico, how I feel about divorce.
Yeah.
I really don't believe in it, but I think 6 years of lies is enough. Get out of it.
Good luck to you, Shorty.
Which brings me, I need to get back on my hood rat book. Hood rats should not be getting married. I'm not just saying hood rats are girls, but both guys and girls. If you're a hood rat, you should not be getting married. Get it out of your system. Here we are 6 years into a marriage, and all you're worried about size? You should worry about size when you go to order McDonald's or something. Not sex. Horrible.
You got a dilemma, get it to us, Rico and Mambo at Q1047.com. We're out of here. That was a great day.